Hello, Heroes. Joe Smith here. This John Deere is turning to be a nightmare. One thing after another. Originally, well, customer brought in, say he bought used. Um, I had already turned the business over to Daniel Polk. So he was the actual business owner, not me, at the time the customer brought in. And this happened to be Daniel's last day running the business, as the next day he texted morning and said that CV axle and minivan went out. Just haven't told back home was going to get fixed, and then he didn't. And that was on Wednesday, and then he didn't show up Thursday. So the customer brought in Tuesday, late in the day. Daniel fired up a power washer that he fixed for another customer and washed it off a little bit. As you can see, he didn't get very good, and I've already gone through a whole bag of paper towels and a can of carburetor cleaner, try and wash it, clean off more here. The customer said, well, Daniel told me it had an oil leak. I just try and help him for the first week, get him up to speed or whatever. Let him know what's going on with stuff that was already here before he showed up. Give him some tips and pointers and advice and stuff. And then after that, it was just supposed to be him. And any new customers that showed up at the time was just supposed to be him. The customer, I guess he said the customers complained about an oil leak. He did a little bit of power washing on it. Found out that the drain pipe up there was loose, leaking oil from there. So I thought maybe that was all it was. But like I said, his van broke down the next day, and then I was, trying to give him a hand by working on it, because customers show up next day. It's like, well, I know what's going on, and it's like, well, I'll take a look. I'll start working on it or whatever. So I went. I pulled out the drain pipe, put new Teflon tape. Actually, there was no Teflon tape on it that I could see or anything like that. So I put Teflon tape on it, put back in, refill it with oil, change the oil filter. Air filter and fuel filter look good. So I told the customer I was going to leave those alone. They were not going to charge for that. And I thought that was the oil leak issue. I sharpened blades as I'm putting the blades back on. Before I even took them off, I saw that the nut on the one side wasn't on all the way. Because nut should be like flush with the spindle shaft when it's on all the way. And this one, you could like stick your finger inside the nut a little bit. So I knew something was wrong. It's not on all the way. Turned out it wasn't lined up with the splines on the spindle shaft, and they were fucked up from not being put on right, all mushroom to where I couldn't get it put on right, and had to put a new spindle on. After I got all that done, then I get told that it's like, oh, there's a drive issue. And especially don't want to go up hills. Like, oh, goddamn. Why didn't you say that something up front? That's a blown hydro. Or hydrostat transaxle on these units. They're not like zero turns with dual hydros. They're just single hydro transaxle. back there in the back. And the same issue I had with another mower here I did a video on recently, like a week or two ago. So then after we do all this, I was like, oh, I'm worried the customer's not going to want to pay after finding out what it's going to cost to do that. Well, he went ahead and paid the deposit on the new Hydro Transaxle. I bring it up here just now because the first one I ordered was leaking on the axle seal. I had to send it back and reorder another one. And the John Deere place actually gave us a couple of free hats for the trouble. And ironically, it's actually the same goddamn unit as what was in that other mower I got from Jack Small Engine through Northern Tools, through another distributor, through Tough Torque or whatever, after going through all these middlemen. But the one I got through John Deere was actually cheaper. So I kind of wish now I'd known they were both the same identical unit and just got them both from the John Deere place cheaper. I could save a little bit of money on that other one, had a little bit more profit. I pulled up here. I dropped the double pulley there for that's for the drive belt, that's for the deck belt. I take the nut, or the bolt, not the nut, the bolt out of the bottom of it. After I do that, oil starts spilling out through the bolt hole. And I'm like, what the fuck? This ain't right. This ain't good. So, I'm guessing it's got a bottom main seal leak on the oil seal, which means I'm going to have to pull the engine and take the drain pan off and put a new seal in, which I'm not looking forward to. And I was already not looking forward to having to replace the transmission after that last one gave me hell. This guy bought this more used, and it's going to spend more money on it than what he would have if he just went and bought a brand new one. And now I'm worried he's not even going to want to pay to have it finished. And I kind of feel bad. I mean, I kind of feel bad. My tenant, Daniel, that took over owning the business, didn't do a better job looking things over, and didn't, work him up an estimate. I guess he was supposed to work him up an estimate, but he never mentioned nothing to me. And then he just disappears, and then I'm trying to figure out what the fuck to do, and then after I get all this other shit done, then my mom's like, oh yeah, by the way, you had a drive issue, because my mom was with Daniel with the customer. And it's like, well, so two people were with the customer and neither one of them told me anything about the goddamn drive issue. So I could advise the customer better. So we get the customer to spend so much on spindle and blaze and oil change, and then tell them, oh yeah, it's going to be another $1,500 or so for the transmission. Now we got to tell them it's going to be another $500 or so for the engine seal, and it's like, what else are we going to tell them? I mean, this is bullshit. I'm tired of people ruining my name and reputation like this, after I give them these wonderful opportunities to become millionaires. Make $250,000 a year. So, what do I do at this point? I mean, I can't send the new transmission back. The customer already paid for it. I guess now he's going to be in for another $500 or something for the oil seal. Or did I just slap it back together without saying anything about that? What do I do? Or do I tell the customer, go sue Daniel Polk for not following through with his promises that Daniel made to the customer? Because at that point in time when the customer brought this in, I was just a landlord. I wasn't the owner of the motor shop anymore. What do I do? Thanks for watching. Joe Smith signing out.